Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the LB Gym here in Fredericton. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACAA TV, Tommy's TV on YouTube. Back at it for second semester court sports. Opening here with women's basketball. Looks a whole lot like where we left it in December. It is the UNBSJ Seawolves in town to visit the host St. Thomas Tommies. Coming into this one, the Tommies 6-1, second place. UNBSJ 1-6, all the way down in 6. Tommies ranked 9th in the nation, one of 3 ACAA teams that are ranked. Mount St. Vincent is number 4 in the country, and Holland College, who is way up on Crandall this afternoon at Crandall, is ranked 14th. First in the nation, St. Jean, and second is Mohawk College. Mohawk was, of course, among the teams here for nationals at the Curry Center last year, and a couple of former Tommies in Vanessa Sophie and Kate Ross find themselves on the roster of the Mohawk Mountaineers. As mentioned, these teams played just before the break. Tell you about that as we go along, but right now we'll pick up the starters. First for the Seawolves, number 9, Ava Sprague. She averaged 36 minutes. That leads the conference. 11 is Lorena Prika, second-year guard out of Mississauga. 12 is sister Laura Prika, fourth-year guard as well. Ainsley Green, second in the conference in rebounds at 9.3 out of Perth Andover, wears 14. And Avery Allward wears number 20, 6-foot forward, third year out of St. Max. For the Tommies, number 7 is Katie Vedito, fourth-year versatile wing out of Charlottetown. 9, Alyssa Jeffrey, fifth-year guard out of Sussex. 12, Claudia Steve, second year out of St. John's and Holy Heart High. 13, Paige LeBlanc, third year out of Fredericton High and New Maryland, New Brunswick. And 21, also out of Fredericton High, Charlie Connors in fourth year. Starters announced, anthem in. The only other thing to do is talk about the officials. It is Miss Rashida Atkinson, Miss Chantal Rochon, and Mr. Donnie Forsyth. They are the 3 charged with making sure all goes according to Hoyle and the rules of basketball here, and it will be Chantal Rochon as the lead official here and the opening toss. Vedito will take the tip against Allward. Vedito, the reigning ACAA Player of the Week from before Christmas, got to sit on that honor for a few weeks. Tell you about the previous meetings. Needless to say, they are decidedly tilted in the Tommies' favor. Tommies 2-0 against the Seawolves team, and this is a third straight game against the Seawolves. Miss there for Green. LeBlanc and Sprague working against one another. He would have had some overlap as teammates at FHS. There's Sprague on the rebound. Ahead for Prika. Sprague steps into a long-distance shot and makes it. That's going to be a 3. First points of the contest for Ava Sprague and the Seawolves. Good contingent of the Sprague family on the far side. Steves with the miss. Rebound for Prika. That's Laura. Laura Prika, long distance shot, and that's a make. 2 straight triples from the Seawolves. Quickly 6-0 in favor of the Port City crew. Connors can't get that one to go off the glass, and it's Allward with the rebound. Seawolves and Prika ahead for Green. Green tries to step on Vedito, gets fouled. First foul of the game. We'll go to Katie Vedito and the Tommies. Previous meetings back November 29th, it was the Tommies 69, SJ 48. That was at SJ. Ainsley Green held scoreless, and she was one of the leading scorers in the league at that point in time. Laura Prika, 13. Claudia Steves had 16 for the Tommies. Charlie Connors, 14. Alyssa Jeffrey, 13. Turnovers, a big difference. It was 27-16 in that one. Stu also 3 plus 7 on 3 points made in that game. Already early Tommy turnover. It's 8-0 SJ as Green made the free throws. And he back here at St. Thomas December 6th. Tommies used a 24-6 first quarter, en route to a 75-32 win. Ainsley Green 9 points, 9 rebounds, but didn't have any field goals until the fourth. Vedito loses a handle on the dribble, jump ball, possession to the Tommies. Laura Prika added 7 points and 9 boards. It was Katie Vedito, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals, earning that Player of the Week or Athlete of the Week honor at the ACAA level. LeBlanc added 16 off the bench, and LeBlanc on the miss. Rebound to the Seawolves. They're searching for a double-digit lead here on the Tommies early. Sprague, baseline, it's good. 5 quick points for Ava Sprague. Coach Connors up stalking the sidelines now. Tommies come in averaging 65, just under 64.9. While UNBSJ averages 59.2. And we've got timeout Tommies. We played 1 second shy of 2.5 minutes, and it's 10-0 UNBSJ. Other contests today, as mentioned previously, Holland at Crandall, Mount St. Vincent at Mount Allison. That's a 5 o'clock tip. Tommy 6 wins in a row, lost their opening game of the season right here to the Mount. Mount sits at 7-0. Mount A 3-3. Their losses to MSVU, STU, and Holland thus far. Set out of a timeout. The Tommies will inbound. That's for Connors. Dribbles baseline, double teamed. Back up top for Vedito. Around for LeBlanc. LeBlanc on the drive. Doesn't get the bucket, but gets the foul. And that goes on, I think, number 12. Yes. 12 is going to be Laura Prika. Sends Paige LeBlanc to the line. Tommies still looking to break the seal here in this contest, and they don't with that one. Rebound for Avery Allward. Long pass ahead for Green, and that's a lay-in for Ainsley Green. We saw that a lot in the preseason tournament here, the Ken Gould tourney. Green on the leak out and the long pass. 12-0 all of a sudden for UNBSJ, and here comes reinforcements for the Tommies. Looks like a whole new group set to kick in. LeBlanc on the miss, rebound and the foul, and this is going to go on Avery Allward. Going to send Paige LeBlanc back to line. Missed 2 last trip. LeBlanc comes into this game, leading the Tommies at 11.7 points. Just shy of 4 rebounds a game, a little over an assist. And free throw shooting with 78% coming into this one. I get 1 of 3. That one looks good as well. That one goes in. So the 5 for the Tommies. 15 who just checked in there is Nora Quinlan, joined by Michaela Hansen wearing 14. Mackenzie Greisbrecht wearing 11. Peyton Oshipko wears 4, and Regan Kerr wearing number 8, that being rebounding Regan. 10 boards last contest here against the Seawolves, and crashing the glass there. Didn't get the rebound, that'll go to Hansen. Now Oshipko for Kerr. Kerr beyond the arc, tees one up, back rim. Another rebound for the Seawolves. Prika can't handle it, but passes that back. Green no good on that drive. Rebound Oshipko. It was Eden Searles who's checked into the game. And that foul will go on Ainsley Green on the reach. A little too aggressive. Called a block, not a reach. Same difference on the score sheet. So a little horn set here for the Tommies, 2 high post. Giesbrecht goes to work. Loses a handle, taken away by Lorena Prika for Ainsley Green on the streak out and lay in again. That's 2 easy ones for Ainsley Green. Quinlan jab, kick. Back for Hansen. Hansen back outside Oshipko. 5 to shoot. Knocked away. That's Laura Prika in on Regan Kerr and scores 2. 16-2 Seawolves. You had this start on your bingo card. Should ought to buy a lotto ticket too. Quinlan tries from 3. That is good. Sprague beyond the arc. That one looked good most of the way, but it's Sprague on the glass. Oh, had a lot more time than that. That's one that she will want back on the putback. He just rushed the shot a little bit, but had space. Hansen guarded by Sprague. He's back down low, scores over Searles. 9-point lead for the Seawolves. Nice look inside for Green, and Green can't turn the four-wheel drive on that one to get it to spin over the rim. It's a great look. And real nice opportunity. Tommies with a long miss, tracked down by Hansen. Outside for Kerr. To the cutting Oshipko. Oshipko fouled, and if that's Green, that's going to be 2. It is Green. And sub coming here for the Seawolves. Checking in That's number 7, Maddie Baker. Back into the game for the Tommies. LeBlanc and Connors. And it looks like Jeffrey waiting in the wings. Should this second free throw drop. I'm going to count that one. Subs in. It is going to be Jeffrey back in for Oshipko. Timeout. Coach Moira Gagnon and the Seawolves, 16-8 UNBSJ. Really good start for the Seawolves crew. Could be a bit more. They've had some other good looks at the rim, just haven't been able to finish. Quick look at the team stats. Seawolves, 16 points on 6 of 12 shooting. That's 50%, including 2 of 4 from deep, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Tommy's 8 points, 2 of 9 shooting, 1 of 4 from deep, and 3 of 5 from the line. Tommy's already 3 turnovers to the Seawolves only 1. And individually, Green has 6, Sprague and Laura Prika have 5 each. That accounts for all of the Seawolves scoring. The Tommies, Quinlan 3, Giesbrecht 2, LeBlanc 2, and Oshipko 1. Your early stat rundown. So each team's used a timeout here in the first quarter. Tommy's coming with some full court pressure. And undoubtedly that was a let's go over the press break one more time. I'm sure the Seawolves have done that a lot in a week of practice leading into this game. One knocked out of bounds by Connors or Kerr. They were both there. And in my blind spot behind the post and cross-court rim. Sprague for Baker, long pass around for Prika, 5 to shoot. Prika launches, rimmed out, but it is Lorena Prika on the weak side rebound. Fouled, will go to the line. Lorena Prika comes in averaging 6.8 points, 2.8 boards, and is a 73% free throw shooter. Have to love the major there as well. Bachelor of Science in Biology. I've got a ring on my finger that says I did that way back at one point in time. Steve's Vedito back in for the Tommies. The Tommies now back to their full starting lineup. Another turnover, Stu, off a footer leg, and the Tommies tap it out of bounds. That was Alyssa Jeffrey getting a little floor burn chasing that one. Searles launches a 3. That one is rebounded by LeBlanc. As Steve's running the rim, doesn't see that. Instead, it's Jeffrey for the long 2. Rebound inside Connors. Connors puts the shoulder into the Seawolves, passes outside for a Claudia Steves triple. Tommy's within 6. Officials are agreeing on that being out off the Tommies. I thought it was out off the foot of the Seawolf on the carom, but wasn't actually watching that close. Loose ball on the floor, tied up. This should go to the Seawolves. 12 on the shot clock. Michaela Hansen set to check in for Charlie Connors. Hand off for Sprague, looking the post for Laura Prika. Well defended by Jeffrey, and Searles will get the blocking foul. Well, we're going to call that one a reach in that time. It's going to be the 5th team foul on the Seawolves. Going to send Jeffrey to the line. So Jeffrey, 7.3 points, 5 3/10 rebounds per game, 5.3. Almost a couple assists average as well, and 68% free throw shooter coming into this one, which is actually a little low for Alyssa. Usually one of the best in the conference. Not that 68% is a bad number, but Jeffrey usually shoots it a little bit better than that. Oh, nice break from the Seawolves, and great finish that time. That is Kate Griffin who scores there. Paige LeBlanc answers for the Tommies at the other end, and it's a 4-point contest. Seawolves were up in this one. I think it was 16-2 at one point. Foul on the Tommies that time. That second foul on Green, I think, is the big one for UNBSJ. Another sub for Stu coming. It's Oshipko for Vedito. Travel there on Searles, drug the foot. Searles is out of Campobello Island. And Campobello Island Consolidated School. Turnover, Tommies. Beautiful trip over to Campobello if you haven't ever been. In a number of years since I've been there, across the big bridge. Oh, a great hustle by Steves to tip that one. Takes a couple seconds off the shot clock. Comes Marley Olton. Olton in for Alyssa Jeffrey. Good double team here by the Tommies. And turned over by the Seawolves. Tommies get a 14 here in the front court. And down by 4. Hansen for Steves. Steves, nothing but nylon. That's the second three-pointer of the game for Claudia Steves. We'll have the folks in Newfoundland excited for that one. I'm sure they've got some snacks on the go over there this afternoon. Long shot, missed by Griffin. Searles on the rebound inside. Tommy's giving up too many offensive rebounds. You have to love what the Seawolves are doing, though, if you're a Seawolves fan. Prika tries a 2. Another offensive rebound, that time Griffin back for Searles. Seawolves will work it on the reset. Lob down low for Sprague. Tough angle pass that time, that's a tough catch. Seawolves with a little pressure here on the Tommies. Tommies can play for the last shot. The shot clock should be off. Now it is. So Shipko, that's going to be a walk. And now 8.6 And the Seawolves can play for one to break the Tommy pressure. First and foremost, Tommies work a turnover. Can the Tommies get a three here at the buzzer to tie? Oh, they can't get the shot. It was a great look from Oshipko, just not enough time for Olton to finish the play. Need a little bit more urgency on the turnover. So the Tommies down 3 after the first quarter, 21-18 to this Seawolves club. Seawolves, last time they were here in December, they only put up 32 for the whole contest. And here they have 21 in a quarter. Let's have a look at the stats. You can follow along as well yourself if you want to at home or on your telephone. ACAA.ca, just look for women's basketball sports and you want the schedule, and find the schedule, click on the live stats link and you can pull up the live stats as well. At least I think you can. Things don't seem to be working here for me presently. They were earlier, so I'm not sure whether I've lost connectivity or the stats are just not responding here. Something's not working somewhere, I can tell you that. Yeah, something has died there on the live stats. I tried it in 2 different browsers on my phone, and what I see, it looks like we're stuck at 17-13 with 2:16 to go in the first. So everything I said about you being able to look at the stats at home yourself, can't do it right now. Back in play here, second quarter. Tommies start with the ball. There's back for LeBlanc looking for the tie. That one's off the support ribbon up top. And it will go over to the Seawolves. Tommy's coming with pressure. That's off for Sprague. A little 2-on-1 developing here. Sprague right into the body. Can't get the shot to go. Green was there for the rebound. But it's Hansen who gets the fork in the ball and brings it away for the Tommies. LeBlanc hands off to Steves. Baseline drive, Oshipko. Kick outside, Hansen. That three-pointer is short and out of bounds off the Tommies. That's through the hands of Griffin. That's going to be Tommy's ball. Olton, Steves, Oshipko, LeBlanc, and Hansen start the quarter for the Tommies. Sprague, Griffin, Allward, Green, and Baker for the Seawolves. There's LeBlanc. Was looking for the tie, can't get it. Rebound inside by Olton. Olton will draw the foul. That's going to be on Avery Allward. That may be 2 on Allward. Allward coming immediately to the bench. 3 on Allward. Somewhere I missed a second foul there, so Avery Allward to the bench. And checking in for Allward is number 23, Reese Smith. Olton's short on the second one, but Steve's a tip on the rebound and collects it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc short, rebound Sprague. Sprague on a push. Up top for Baker. Baker nowhere to go on the dribble. Sprague fakes. Reverse. Eva Sprague to the rim, but Claudia Steeves gets out the eraser on that one. Steeves jumps top spin. That's no good. Rebound by Green. Green ahead for Sprague. Griffin looking inside for Green, and Green gets it to go. Little kiss off the window for Ainsley Green. Steeves, one-handed runner, rims out. Long pass out for Griffin. Griffin cross court for Baker. Oh, the cutting Green again. Ainsley Green running a layup drill here on the Tommies. Loose ball. Hansen's going to have to pick that one up. And it's Sprague on the steal. Off glass and scores two. Lead back up to 8 for the Seawolves at 27-19. LeBlanc down low on the drive. And foul will go on Baker. Ended up at the bottom of the pile. Seawolves are wondering how we're getting the foul on that. A lot of movement there for the Tommies. Jeffrey, Connors, Vidito, Kerr, and LeBlanc are your Tommies on the court right now. Sprague loses the handle. Now gets it ahead to Baker. Another dribble or two there before you try that pass, I think. Makes that a little easier connection. Kerr tries Sprague. Tommy's working around the outside. Vidito. Post position, shoots it over Green. Too strong. But it's Connors there for the rebound against Smith. Charlie Connors a putback score. Seven to shoot. Launched by Green, no rim. Jump ball will reset there on the shot clock, and it shouldn't have. Somehow get a fresh 14 out of that, do the Seawolves. And that should not have happened. That, to me, should have been a shot clock violation on that tie-up. Seawolves miss on that shot into the hands of Kerr. Kerr for Connors. Connors will try the dribble. And that's going to be a time violation. I was just going to say that might not be the first option for the Tommies in terms of the dribble. Smith for Baker, 2 to shoot. That one rebounded by Kerr. Back for Jeffrey. Good change of direction by Jeffrey, off for Paige LeBlanc. That one falls through for LeBlanc. 3-point contest. Back to a one-possession game. Prika for Baker. 8 to shoot. Prika. Now 3 to shoot. Jump ball again. This will be possession STU. Comes Lorena Prika in for Ava Sprague. Timeout taken by the Seawolves. Let's give those online stats the old college try one more time. See if things are going to work a little better. Looks like we're back. Seawolves 27 points, 11 of 28 shooting, 39%. 2 of 7 beyond the arc, 3 of 4 from the line. Tommy's 24 points, 7 of 23, 30%. 4 of 9 beyond the arc, so +2 on 3-pointers for Stu. 6 of 9 from the line, +3 in that area in terms of free throws made. Tommy's 9 turnovers, Seawolves 8. Rebounding, +5 for the Tommies at 19-14. Individual leaders, it's Ainsley Green with 10, Ava Sprague with 7. Foul trouble, Green has 2 and Avery Allward has 3. For the Tommies, Paige LeBlanc 7, Claudia Steve 6, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Nora Quinlan 3. And then a bunch of 2s and 1s for Stu. So Tommy's ball down 3. Benito guarded by Griffin, off to LeBlanc. Connors loses the handle on the dribble into the hands of Prika. Off for sister Laura Prika. Now it's Baker. Laura Prika works on Regan Kerr. That's just good offense there from Prika. Connors tries a long shot. It goes through. 2-point game now, 27-29. Favor of the Seawolves. 29-27 if you say it the way you're supposed to say it. Travel on SJ, and the Tommies can tie with a 2 on this possession. It's all right, folks. Just knocking the rust off from the holidays. I'll catch on. Done this before, trust me. Tommies look to force that one inside. Connors tied up, jump ball. This will be possession, SJ. Comes Ainsley Green back into the game. A little bit of a gamble here for the Seawolves. Green will need to be careful not to pick up the 3rd foul here in this half. It's going to be a hit for Green, and it's another attempted layup. Well, that time it's Vedito there. Seawolves take away the rebound and score with Maddie Baker. Ahead for LeBlanc. Baker looked to break that one up. Another jump ball situation, possession, St. Thomas. Be 17 on the shot clock. Kenzie Giesbrecht will check in, and it will be for Charlie Connors. Tommy's baseline inbounds play. Giesbrecht back for Kerr. Vedito. Oh, might have shuffled the feet there just a little bit. Kerr tees up a 3. Little banker off the glass for Regan Kerr. Not sure if she called that one or not, but it counts anyway. Tommy's now down 1. That will be jump ball called. Regan Kerr out and Claudia Steves back in. 2 on the shot clock. Seawolves possession off the jump ball. Green on the catch. She's going to have to put this up right away. It's one of those things you got to know when you're in the inbounding play is how much time on that shot clock. Comes Ava Sprague back in for Maddie Baker. Jeffrey looking for LeBlanc. LeBlanc, tough make for Paige LeBlanc. Six to shoot. Sprague tries a real deep one and makes it. Benito cross-court pass. LeBlanc reels it in. Giesbrecht for Steves. Shoots that one over Sprague and knocks it down. Long pass ahead for Griffin. Griffin fouls by Giesbrecht and will go to the line. It's the same run-out play we've seen with Ainsley Green. Tied at 34. Kate Griffin knocks down the first from the line. Griffin not attempted free throws on the season coming into today. Has made both of those. Griffin, 4th year out of Quispamsis, balancing nursing practicums with season play here for the Seawolves. Shipko for Jeffrey. Jeffrey finds the seam, and we're tied at 36. There's that run out for Griffin. Griffin for the streaking Green. Oh, and Green called for the offensive foul. And that gets some boos out of the crowd here, and I have to say that I agree with them. I don't think in any way there did the Tommy player have defensive position whatsoever. I've been wrong before, and I might be wrong on that one, but boy, that sure did not look like good guarding position to me for the Tommies. And they get a big break, and that's going to be the 3rd on Ainsley Green. To take a look at that one on replay. Other action today as well, as previously mentioned. Holland College at Crandall, and Holland College was way up at halftime when I checked the score of that one. Also Mount St. Vincent at Mount Allison. Men's action to follow here, and of course on those games as well. Holland at Crandall, Mount St. Vincent at Mount A men's action. Happy to have ACA basketball and next weekend volleyball back. I know what will fill my Sunday. You're watching all of those other games from around the league today. And the beauty of a day here in New Brunswick's capital, well above seasonal, +5 allowed me to get a whole bunch of chores done this morning around the house, outside the house. Brought in some firewood, got stocked up on salt and sand. There is another winter storm coming at us tomorrow. And then it looks like a steady stream of snow events over the next while. It's Jeffrey for 3. And if I'm not wrong, that 3 points just went on the wrong side of the board. Thought we were tied at 36 there, and we got a 39-36 visitors up there on the board. Now we're getting it corrected, I believe. There we go. That's corrected in-house. So Shipko down after a collision. And a little slow to get up there. Wind knocked out a little bit that time from Oshipko. 16.1 on the game clock. Seawolves, who have led most of this first half, suddenly down 3, looking for a late bucket to make it a little closer. Draw a foul. That'll be Eden Searles going to the line with 11.1 on the board. Big news of the half is foul trouble for the Seawolves. Green and Allward, your 2 starting bigs, I will say, 2 starting forwards. And your 2 leading scorers already picked up 3. And to me, that charge call on Green, her 3rd, the most questionable of that 6 fouls. Put back and score brings the Seawolves within 1. That was one of the Prika sisters on that. LeBlanc tries a 3 at the buzzer that doesn't go. 39-38 STU at the break. Seawolves put up 32 the last time they were here. Good competitive half. That was the Seawolves got up big early. The Tommies closed the gap. Fouls will be an impact here in the second half for the Seawolves. About 15 minutes on the board here before the start of the second half. Come on back a little bit before that. I'll give you a rundown of the stats. See you then. Hi fans, welcome back to the LB Gym. Second half action here in women's basketball. The host Tommies up 39-38 on UNBSJ. Run down those stats in a minute, but first out of town score. Man, I just can't talk today. 85-48, Holland College over Crandall. Led by as many as 47 in that one did Holland College. So the online stats tell me anyway. Check that one out on tape delay tomorrow, thanks to YouTube. In this one, it was the Seawolves up 21-18 after the first, but a 21-17 second quarter in favor of the Tommies leaves us at 39-38. The Seawolves 38 points, 15 of 34 shooting. That's 44%. That's a pretty good number. 3 of 8 from three-point land and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. STU's 39 points on 13 of 30 shooting, so 4 less shots, 43%, but 7 of 13 plus 4 on three-pointers. That is a big difference, and 6 of 9 on the free throw line. Turnovers are close. STU with 11, SJ with 10. Points off turnovers also close. SJ with 10, STU with 8. Rebounds plus 5 for STU. Assists tied at 9. Tommies with a couple of blocks. SJ credited with 7 steals to the Tommies too. Fouls though are 9-5 for SJ. Individual stats for the Seawolves. Ava Sprague 8 points, 3 rebounds. Ainsley Green 10 points, 4 rebounds, but 3 fouls. And Laura Preca with 9 points lead the Seawolves. Also of note, Avery Allward 3 fouls. For the Tommies, who have the ball here to start this half, Paige LeBlanc 9 points, 4 boards. Claudia Steeves 8 points, 3 rebounds. Alyssa Jeffrey 7 points. And nobody in real foul trouble. Giesbrecht has 2. No one else has more than 1. Seawolves get another knockaway. It's Griffin who finds Sprague. They are joined by a pair of Precas and Maddie Baker here to start this half, as Moira Gagnon protects both Allward and Green with the 3 fouls here to start the third, and the Seawolves go with this smaller lineup. See how long they can go in this configuration. Tommies back to their starting 5, which is coming a fairly familiar starting 5 with the absence of Brianna Bartley. And Bartley will be out for the year with that knee injury. It is Vidito, Jeffrey, Steve, LeBlanc, and Connors for the Tommies. It's a tip by Jeffrey, long pass ahead for Lorena Preca. Five to shoot, Griffin for Preca. Preca, one-hand runner, back rim, rebound LeBlanc. Benito looks for the power step instead, called for the walk. The pass just slightly behind Sprague. Marina Preca gets a little banker off the rim, puts the Seawolves up 1. First points of the second half to SJ. Jeffrey for Steeves. Easy put back for Charlie Connors, just outsizes Lorena Preca on the rebound. Pass ahead for Griffin. That one wasn't thrown hard enough. Allows Connors to pick it off. And Jeffrey, oh, that one was in and out. Jeffrey wanted the tip off the Seawolves instead. Goes over to SJ. Jeffrey still trying to negotiate for a call that's not going to get changed. Sub in for the Tommies, it's Hansen. Laura Prika with the step through, gets right to the rim. And into traffic, tried to get that one up, and the Tommies come out of traffic with the ball. And a 1-point lead. Steve's power move to the rim, fouled behind by Laura Prika. Send Steves to the line. Free throw shooting has been a bit of an Achilles heel for Claudia Steves on the season, and that may help to raise the average up. 11 points, nearly 3.5 rebounds, over an assist a game for Claudia. And nails the second three-pointer. Nearly 2.5 steals a game as well for Steves. Just adds a lot of energy to this Tommies lineup. Really at Nationals last year, something seemed to click for Claudia in that first year, and has been a house on fire ever since. Blocking foul on Jeffrey. And this is Lorena Prika to the line. St. Francis Secondary, second year. Second one is good. Pressure from the Seawolves. Oh, Griffin on the defense that time will get called for the foul. It's one I don't think you'll mind if you're the Seawolves to take that one, contesting a long pass like that. Hansen for LeBlanc. Connors gets the feet set, launches wide of the mark, but there's Steves for the rebound. Little bounce pass back inside, 2 to shoot, and Connors gets that to go off the glass to beat the buzzer. 4-point lead for the Tommies. Tough save there, and I think we've got Green getting ready to check back in to this game for the Seawolves. LeBlanc off glass, Connors works the rebound. Yeah, without a lot of size on the court here for the Seawolves, the Tommies been effective on the offensive glass. Prika dives on the floor for that one, but it's the Tommies away with the ball. Connors tries the dribble. Ends up in the corner with the ball. For Hansen, one-hander bounces through for Michaela Hansen. Good attack there for Hansen out of the post. Tough catch for Sprague. Back for Prika, who's going to dribble against Jeffrey. Seven to shoot. Baker tries one off the glass. Somehow it ends up in the hands of Charlie Connors, sitting on the floor. Melissa Jeffrey checks to make sure everything's okay and comes up court. Hope to be anything serious there for Jeffrey. Prika tries a three, that rimmed out. Rebound into the hands of Griffin off glass, and it doesn't go. Good opportunity to score there for the Seawolves on the putback, but can't get it to drop. Foul on Lorena Prika. 6-point lead, Tommies. It's timeout called on the floor by the Seawolves. Got men's action coming up here on Tommy's TV and ACA TV between the same two schools after this one. The Seawolves men just moving around the upper concourse here at the palace known as the Pit. From an entertainment perspective, let's hope we get as good a game there as we've had here thus far. Looks like a couple of proud new parents there just walking by the broadcast position with the tiniest of Tommy's fans. Looks like a brand new addition there. Jeffrey on the line again. Second one makes its way through. Here comes Oshipko for Jeffrey. Subs there for the Tommies out of the timeout that I missed. It's Oshipko, Hansen, Kerr, Giesbrecht, and Olton in for STU. Handed off inside, Sprague to Green. And Ainsley Green, another 2 points on the board for UNBSJ. Also into the game for SJ is Avery Allward, number 20. Allward and Green each with 2 fouls to play with. Green on the closeout there on Oshipko had to be real careful. Really super impressed with the growth of Green here for the Seawolves in third year. Kerr takes a 3, off for Hansen. Giesbrecht, nice release, 2 points. The folks in Medicine Hat happy. Olton looking to bother Sprague. Sprague tripped up. And a blocking foul called on Regan Kerr. Turnover for the Seawolves, and it's Kerr on the attack. And the Tommies give the ball right back. Here comes Eden Searles back in. It will be for Avery Allward. And a little conversation here between Coach Gagnon and Allward on the sidelines. I think talking about that last pass thrown by Allward. Baker misses the 3. Green collects the rebound, tries to put it back, and drew the heel of the rim. Oshipko for Olton. Olton jab step. Can't get it to go off back rim. Jump ball called, possession, Seawolves. Oh, Green was open for the long pass, but they didn't try it. I like that matchup right now if you're SJ. Green guarded by Hanson. Green should have a little bit more speed there than Michaela Hanson. Katie Vedito back in for the Tommies. There's Vedito on the catch. Hanson, Giesbrecht. Giesbrecht. Runner doesn't go. Good box out that time by Searles. Seawolves away with the ball. Baker tries a three, no rim, rebound Olton. Shipko tries a drive, and Sprague got a piece of that shot. Griffin ahead for Sprague. Searles will step into a three, and that's a nice looking shot. Vedito tries a drive on Green. Back for Olton. Tommies can't answer. Good block out. Seawolves Green. Little misfire on the pass, I think, but it worked out in the end. Searles nowhere to go. Green will take the long shot and drill that three. 1 point game again. Confident looking Seawolves squad all of a sudden. Hanson tries an answer, too strong. Into the hands of Green. Ahead for Sprague. Sprague gives the Seawolves the lead at 51-50. And a turnover. If there had been a little more time left, might have seen a Tommies timeout after that Sprague score. Searles. Lets Green go through. Sprague tries a triple. That one a little too strong. And here comes Steves, Connors, Jeffrey, and LeBlanc. Vedito will stay. And someone's checked in for Avery Allward, number 20. He's checked in for the Seawolves. Legal screen on Claudia Steves. Turns the ball over to UNBSJ with 16.8. Shot clock can be off here. Tommies with the steal and foul on Searles. That will send Jeffrey back to the line. Tied at 51. Tommies plus one. It was Tommies plus one at halftime. So we're played even here in this quarter with 8 seconds to play. And here it count down, 1 to shoot. Sprague launches it up, and it doesn't go. Tough look there for the Seawolves. They find themselves down 1 to the Tommies at 52-51. You don't even have to be good at math to know that means we played that quarter even. That 13 points apiece in that quarter. Seawolves 51 points, 24 of 47 That's 43% shooting. 5 of 13 beyond the arc, 38.5, and 6 of 10 from the line. They have 3 more field goals than the Tommies. The Tommies are 17 of 46 for 37%, but the Tommies have made 7 of 18 three-pointers. That's 39%, 38.9. So almost identical three-point shooting percentages, but the Tommies taking a few more and making a few more, and the Tommies also a little better from the free throw line, 11 of 15. Turnovers, Seawolves now have 18, the Tommies 15. Rebounds, it's the Tommies +3. Assists, the Seawolves +1. Steals 9-7 Seawolves. Individual stats. For the Seawolves, Ainsley Green 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 fouls. Ava Sprague 12 points, 4 boards. Lorena Prekai has 3 assists. Avery Allward yet to get on the board and has 3 points. Allward comes in averaging 12.5 and 6.7 rebounds. Does have 2 rebounds and 2 assists on the day. A couple other Seawolves with 2 fouls, but no real trouble with 2. And for the Tommies, nobody with more than 2 fouls. Alyssa Jeffrey, Claudia Steves, 10 points each. Paige LeBlanc, Charlie Connors, 9 points each. Rebounds, it's LeBlanc and Connors each with 5. And a couple assists each for Jeffrey and Steves. Back in play, Tommy's ball. Outside, Steves tries another 3, and that one is good. We'll say one of the chores I did today was get Christmas put away, the Christmas tree disposed of, and stuffed back into storage. Did very much enjoy telling the story of my newest Christmas ornament over the break, my Jigs Dinner ornament. Sprague answers with a 3, and it's a 1-point contest again, and the Sprague family in full voice on the far side. Connors can't get that to go, ends up on the floor. Allward for Searles. Off for Kate Griffin, who's had a really good game for the Seawolves. Ainsley Green had to beat the shot clock there with a long shot, rebounded by Steves. Vedito tees one up, and a miss there. Baseball pass intercepted by Vedito. Looked like the safety from Indiana on the opening play last night. College football playoffs. Tommies get 2 points on the board, and we're back to a 3-point contest. Seawolves ball. Jump ball, possession, UNBSJ with 9 on the shot clock. Subs coming. This is Lorena Prika in for Eden Searles, and Searles has been super impressive in extended minutes today with a foul trouble to Green and Allward. Allward nowhere to go, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Avery Allward out of sorts here today with the foul situation. LeBlanc fouled and will go to the line. Somehow the Seawolves are able to pull off a win here, it would be certainly a signature win for this program under second-year coach Moira Gagnon. They were super close to knocking off Holland College. I think it was a one-possession game. And have really played well here against a Tommy's team that handled them pretty easily in before Christmas. I know the Seawolves were hoping for a more competitive game today, and they've certainly provided it. Prekai loses that one. Good double by the Tommies. Might have even been a triple team there. Connors Tomley makes a three. It'll be the biggest Tommy lead of the day at 7. And more Tommy pressure. The Seawolves really need to score here. Don't want to see the Tommies try to push this towards double digits. Kicked outside. Green tries a three. Makes a three. Big answer there from the Seawolves. Chatting with some fans at halftime, they said, we're just not a good three-pointing team. This was St. John fans. And boy, this second half, they have been on fire from beyond the arc. That's 3 or 4 they've made here in half 2. Griffin on the cut, tough baseline pass intercepted by Connors, off for LeBlanc. LeBlanc hit a steam, but is met by Prika. Jeffrey cross-court pass for Steves, and I think Kate Griffin got a piece of that. Foul on Connors. And I think that's 3 on Connors. Wait till that goes up on the board. It's the second on Connors. Tommy's first this quarter. Seawolves also have one. We'll watch that now as we're in a tight game under the 6-minute mark of the 4th. Green against pressure from Vedito. Back for Sprague. Sprague took one finger to call a play. Back for Sprague. 7 to shoot. Bank not open that time for Ainsley Green. Tommy's +4 with Steves. That's Connors to the rim against Green. See who this goes on. It is Green. That's going to be 4 on Green. And Charlie Connors to the line. Connors gets to the line a lot. 29 attempts coming into today. Second team All-Star last season was Connors. And pushing an 80% free throw shooter. And it's 5 fresh Tommies in for Coach Fred Connors. Oshipko, Kerr, Olton, Hansen, and Giesbrecht, as the Tommies are up 6. Let's see if this group gets a couple minutes, and then we see that other group of 5 back in here in a tight contest. It's another triple for St. John. That's Laura Prika. One possession, 3-point game. Oshipko goes to work. Gets to the rim and a foul called. Officials together on this one. Going to be a foul on Griffin, number 10. Griffin's 3rd. Oshipko to the line. Good on the first. Front rim on the second, but it's Oshipko on the board back for Kerr. Puts up a 3. Oh, that one doesn't bank in. Giesbrecht tied up with Searles on the rebound. And Foul on Giesbrecht on the hook. Oh no, that's going to be a foul on Searles on the hook. Tommy ball. Wasn't really watching that play too close. Giesbrecht can't get it to go. Searles clears that rebound. No real harm done on that foul, except it's the fourth Seawolves foul. Tommy's on the precipice of the bonus. Seawolves try another three and can't get that one to go. Can't make the save on the baseline either. Went to that well a little too soon, I think, on the three-pointer that possession. Sprague gets the turnover. Keeps the dribble alive somehow. And now we'll set up the offense. Outside Searles. Griffin for Allward. Allward not on the board yet, I don't think. 4 to shoot, back outside. Sprague inside. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Seawolves just lose track of time. Good defense by the Tommies. Olton for Hansen. Hansen for Kerr. Down low, Hansen. Back out for Kerr. Late shot clock for the Tommies. Giesbrecht scores. Big bucket. 3:30 to play, 6-point game. Griffin on the run out again. And that's one Kate Griffin will be thinking about as well. Off for Searles. I think you got to go back to Ainsley Green here with the 4 fouls pretty soon. If you're UNBSJ, here come the starters. Ready to check back in for Team Tommy as Olton works the jump ball. And it'll be possession Tommies. Link down 6 here, 3 to play. The heck with 4 fouls. Let's see if Green's back out there out of this timeout. Avery Allward unable to get it going. I think you got to have Green out there. Tommy's leading scorer now Charlie Connors with 16, Claudia Steves 13, Jeffrey and LeBlanc 10 each. Green has 18 to lead all scorers in the game, but does have those 4 fouls. Also has 9 boards, right around her 9.3 average. Ava Sprague 15 points. And team comparison, let's take a look at three-pointers. 8 of 18, 44% for this Seawolves club. And they usually shoot 22%, which is 7th, and there are only 7 teams in the league from three-point land. So for them to shoot 44 plus here in this game is a great sign for the Seawolves program. Tommy's 9 of 24 for three-point land, 37.5%. They usually shoot 26.4. So both teams lighting it up from three-point land more than usual. Out of the huddle there is Ainsley Green back in. Green with Searles, Griffin, Sprague, and Laura Prika. Tough catch for Jeffrey. LeBlanc tries a 3. That one no good, but Connors is there for the rebound. Can't get the putback to go. This will be a jump ball. I think Connors may be lucky not to pick up a foul out of this jump ball situation. Pretty sure I saw Ainsley Green saying she punched me in the pile. My lip reading's any good. It looked like that anyway. Big smile from Green, so maybe it wasn't that. I didn't see it. They were down on the floor. I'm just trying to judge by some of the reactions. Prika tries to force that inside, and it's only LeBlanc that is there. Connors works inside off glass that time and scores 2. Good control there by Connors. Now be tied with Green as the game's leading scorer, and the Tommies +8 under 2 to play. Can't have empty possessions now if you're the Seawolves. 3, no good. Rebound into the hands of LeBlanc. And the Tommies give one back. Here comes Maddie Baker. In for Laura Prika. Seawolves were pretty patient on offense. You got to go a little quicker now, down 8. Can't afford to take 20 seconds off the clock when you need 3 or 4 scores. Another empty trip there for the Seawolves. Connors looks to become the game's leading scorer. There it is. It'll be 20 for Connors. Another outstanding game for Charlie. Well on the way to being second team. Well on the way to being in an all-star consideration. Not going to say second team, first team. Long way to go before that, but I'm trying to say is Charlie's having another very good year. 2 to shoot. Seawolves get one off. Doesn't go down. That was Griffin with the long release. Tommy's now up 10 as this one's got away from the Seawolves just in the last few minutes here. He's been unable to find scores. Connors attacks again. And again, Connors down with the tie-up. Possession Tommies. Under 30 seconds to play. 14 on a shot clock. Nope, we're going to reset that. It shouldn't have reset. So we're going to get 7. 7 to shoot for Stu. A game they are going to win. Connors with 2 to shoot. Can't get that to go off glass, but gets another offensive board, and we'll get a chance to go to the line. Good chance for a little look ahead for both these squads. Things don't get any easier for the UNBSJ Seawolves. Next weekend, 17th, 18th. They go at Mount St. Vincent. Mount St. Vincent 7-0 pending their action this evening against Mount A. Before they're back home on the last weekend of January 30th and February 1st to Mount Allison. The Tommies, they will host Mount Allison here next weekend, go on the road the 24th, 25th at UKC. Sprague with the miss there. One other thing I didn't get in this game, but I have here in my notes. Welcome to Tommy's recruit Annabelle Bath from Luther College High School in Regina, Saskatchewan. Multiple sports background, including tackle football. That'll fit right well in here with this tough defensive-minded Tommy style. This one finishes 70-62, but it feels like it should have been a lot closer than that. The Seawolves, with as few as 5 minutes to play, were right in this game before it got away at the end. Check the online stats, ACAA.ca, for all your final stats and scores. I'll do it here for this one for everyone here at St. Thomas, including the always amazing Alice in the producer's chair. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in to this women's game. Switch the stream over for the men's game. That's coming up in about 20 minutes.